Big Fat Gypsy Weddings started unexpectedly. A single episode aired on the 18th of February 2010 as part of the well-known British TV documentary series Cutting Edge, which was on screen from 1990 to 2017. However, after attracting critical acclaim and winning the Cultural Diversity Award for the most groundbreaking show in 2010, the media network decided to commission 5 episodes of a dedicated show. That was a success too. Its first episode aired on the 29th of January 2011 on Channel 4, had about 7 million viewers, and the third was the most watched, with nearly 9 million. However, many people, us included, wondered what happened to the couples after the show went off air in 2015, so we investigated who remained married, has children, or is divorced. The show, while it focused on the rush of preparing for marriage and the splendor of the wedding day with hundreds of travelers or gypsies present, shows many controversial traditions. Despite dreaming of the wedding day from a young age, the participants frequently marry with their family's blessing between ages 16 and 18. Additionally, community members are usually only allowed to marry a fellow traveler or gypsy and mustn't indulge in sex before marriage, talk back to their elders, or divorce. Therefore, some fear rejecting their partner and feel stuck if they realize marrying that person was a mistake. The parents were also criticized for sexualizing children, putting them in full makeup and dressing them up as if attending a beauty pageant. The concept of grabbing in the show, where a groom pins down and tries to kiss a girl who catches his eye, is also frowned upon. However, many travelers claim that the show fabricated it. All these factors affect the success rate and the longevity of the marriages shown in Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, leaving fans to wonder who said "I do" to their true love. Paddy Doherty, a bare-knuckled boxer and perhaps the best-known cast member of Big Fat Gypsy Wedding because he won Celebrity Big Brother in the year the first season aired, has been through a lot. He's been married to Roseanne for decades, and they're still together as of 2023. Paddy has 10 children, but most people only know about his 3 sons. His presumably oldest son, Patrick, died in July 1996, and Paddy said in September 2011 during his The Late Late Show appearance that he drank his son's blood immediately after he passed away, explaining to the host Ryan Tuberty that it made him feel closer to him. His second, David, was sentenced to a 3-year jail sentence in 2012 for causing death by careless driving after his friend James Loveridge, a passenger in his Mitsubishi Shogun SUV, was killed. He was then jailed for 7 years in November 2018 for burglarizing a home with a gang of criminals. His third son, Simon, became known through the news on the 22nd of August 2020, when a 22-year-old criminal attacked him and tried to rip a $37,000 Rolex watch and a diamond ring off him. In the process, the mugger kicked Simon in the head and threw him to the ground, leaving him with 3 brain bleeds and a bloody, muddy face. Paddy also has several grandchildren he posts about. However, his granddaughter Margaret attracted the most attention by telling the This Morning hosts that she wanted to leave school at 8, despite Paddy's efforts to dissuade her. Paddy faced another family tragedy in April 2017 when his father, Simon Doherty, died. Only a year later, his kart racing nephew, Michael "Mikey" Connors, died in July, age 32, when a BMW hit him from behind while riding Paddy's champion horse. Almost simultaneously, Paddy was diagnosed with prostate cancer, but only revealed in 7 months later, in April 2019, when doctors had given him the all clear. However, the illness left a mark on his mental state, and he stated that he suffered from depression afterwards. Then in 2020 and 2021, Paddy announced on Facebook that he ended up in the hospital 3 times because he had severe symptoms of COVID-19. Even worse, his sister died from COVID-19 in January 2021, and he couldn't attend the funeral because he was ill. Cheyenne appeared in the show at 14 and immediately sparked controversy. While grabbing is allegedly a gypsy tradition, John McFadyen pinning her against a wall and forcing her to kiss him was something many viewers disliked. Regardless, it worked for them. Cheyenne became engaged to him, but the wedding was postponed because her mother had died of cancer. So sometime later, the couple married in a beautiful wedding ceremony with 200 guests. However, while the marriage seemed to blossom in private, the couple resurfaced in 2018, but not for good reason. CCTV footage showed McFadyen and his brother Isaac attempting to rob their neighbor, singer and actress Amanda Holden. John, in particular, threatened to hurt her toddler and take him away if she didn't comply and hand over her expensive rings. Thankfully, nearby scaffolders heard the commotion and chased the brothers away, saving the mother and her child. Amanda called them scumbags after posting the video on social media, and John received 2 years and 8 months in jail, while his brother got the same sentence, but in a youth offenders institution. In total, their 12-man gang received 68 years behind bars. John left the jail ahead of schedule and in 2019 started a business, Garden Shed Pubs and Nightclubs UK, showcasing his luxury pub shed, which sold alcoholic drinks and had a pool table, a games room including a dartboard, and a fireplace. It also featured murals of individuals such as Al Pacino, Conor McGregor, Tyson Fury, and Bob Marley. After leaving the jail, John had also become passionate about bodybuilding. Although little is known about their private life since Cheyenne made her Instagram profile at Cheyenne_JohnX private, we know that the couple is still together and has 2 daughters, Julianne and Barry Marie. Some insiders say that they were awaiting a son in April 2018. Cheyenne also stated that if their daughters decided to leave school at 13, as she did, she will allow it as long as they learn to read and write, and would support their decision to marry at 16. Joe and Bill Smith's tragic ending was a shock to people who tune in to see the glorious weddings. The police found the 32-year-old twin brothers, who appeared in Season 3 as landscapers, hanging from a tree in Seven Oaks, Kent County about 11 a.m. in December 2019. They quickly concluded that this was the case of a double suicide. According to family sources, Joe was diagnosed with cancer, and Bill, whom the family called Billy, told him that he wouldn't be able to live without him. Although Joe apparently told his family that he was in remission after undergoing chemotherapy, they suspected that he didn't want to worry them. A cousin found the suicide note, and the community members stated that they had a suicide pact and would be found in the woods where they played with the family years ago. The community also revealed that they may have had depression. Billy was dating and presumably wanted to marry Christine Davey from Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, who posted a heartbreaking update on social media, but didn't elaborate on the events before his death. Joe left behind a 9-year-old son. Their family organized a beautiful funeral procession with white horse carriage transporting identical coffins, with flowers arranged to look like a tequila bottle and a Rolex watch. Chantel Keeley was heavily criticized for what can be considered incest after marrying her first cousin Jim when she was 18. She made a spectacle with the whole of her hometown of Rathkill attending, including 73 best men and 7 bridesmaids. Her dress, designed by Thelma, had over 20,000 crystals, and her family allegedly paid a dowry to Jim's family for their engagement, allegedly somewhere between $50,000 to $125,000. While they seem absent from social media, the lack of updates from the family or insiders, especially after such a high-profile wedding, suggests the cousins are still happily married. Brendan Joyce and Danielle Maum attracted much attention for marrying a day after her 16th birthday, the youngest legal age to marry in the UK. Brendan was 21, and the public suggested that she was too young to consent. Moreover, they thought she was pressured into it. The celebration cost over £50,000 or $62,500, and she wore a 6 feet or 1.8 meter wide dress, neither of which she could pay for herself at that age. Luckily, the couple defied all odds and proved their doubters wrong. They are still married and have 2 children as of 2023. Sam Norton, a 17-year-old Gorger, a person outside of the traveler community, was trying to adjust to the gypsy lifestyle when she married Pat Lee in 2011. Most viewers remember her extensive dress that had lights and moving butterflies, and her pregnant belly during the BAFTA TV Awards red carpet event that year. Unfortunately, things didn't work out between them, and they divorced for unknown reasons. Sam remarried but took someone outside the traveler community this time, while Pat doesn't have a social media presence. However, they continue to co-parent their son. Most people remember Joan Fury for wearing a luxurious dress with a 20-foot or 6-meter train and arriving at church in her Cinderella-inspired carriage. However, despite saying that she would never divorce Patrick Ward, a part-time laborer, she did so in 2011, the year her season premiered. She revealed to Sunday Express, "I'll always regret marrying him. I've torn up my wedding photos and sold my dress." An insider disclosed that she never destroyed her dress, but had said that she did out of anger. Regardless, the court granted her a divorce for Patrick's unreasonable behavior, including control and jealousy. Joan was 8 months pregnant when the divorce was finalized and admitted in 2012 that they lost contact after the split, suggesting that Patrick doesn't even know their son's name, Roman. She also mentioned hearing that he'd married a younger Irish traveler bride. Josephine Josie McFadden, sister to Isaac and John, and 6 confirmed siblings, and her then-boyfriend Swanley Smith were among the most memorable couples. While their family dynamic was interesting, since they married after only 5 months of dating, what remains in the most viewers' memory was their splendid pink wedding with a Spanish theme. The couple also started a family early. She gave birth at 16 to a daughter, also named Josie, when Swanley was 19, making her the first of her siblings to do so. However, things quickly turned sour, and Josie became the show's first divorcee, stating that life with Swanley no longer made her happy, and she wanted to focus on being a good mother. Besides her brief run-in with the law, when she caused a commotion at another gypsy wedding and received an electronic police tag for 3 months, her life was mostly quiet. That changed in 2019 during Swanley's birthday, when Josie was caught physically and verbally attacking 2 sisters, Margaret and Eileen Doyle. Her mother, Josie Doherty, siblings Barbara and Isaac, and cousin Charlie Collins were also the perpetrators. Although all 5 denied the attack, bystanders reported that one stomped Margaret's head and stomach and shouted, "Go on, kick the baby out of her." It was revealed that Margaret was 8 months pregnant and partially blind, and that the 2 groups had a family feud. Barbara, who made brief appearances in her sister's episodes, was caught on the 13th of April 2019 trying to smuggle a small mobile phone to her ex-boyfriend, Shane Warburton, by hiding it in her children's diaper, and received a 6-month sentence. However, it was unclear if Shane was one of the attackers. Josephine has an Instagram account today, at Josie_McFadden28, on which she announced on the 27th of January 2022 that she'd found a new boyfriend. However, insiders have revealed that she's been dating Richard since early 2020 and that they were expecting a boy in June that year. Josie also showed a pregnant stomach that month, indirectly revealing that they are expecting their second child. One person, allegedly close to the family, commented in a Facebook fan group that it was her 4th. Josie also posted about a previous relationship with an unnamed English traveler in early 2018. Finally, one fan mentioned that Josie's mother gave birth to her 10th child after the show stopped filming. Ina and Michael didn't have such a prominent marriage, but many fans remember her secret relationship and piercing sky blue eyes. She was 15 when she met Ian, who was 17, and the family forced them to go through a typical courtship after her uncle told on her to her mom. However, she was convinced that she only had to kiss one frog to find her prince. While she was undoubtedly happy and things looked good when she said Ian was the one for her, there was some doubt because of her age. However, Ina is still married to Michael and has 2 children, a boy and a girl, as of May 2023. Viewers may recall Noreen as the Irish traveler who focused on her independence instead of finding a husband. Although she helped design most cakes for other women's weddings, Noreen transitioned from working in a cake shop to owning a hair salon, Noreen's Lavish Locks, after the show. While there were no indications as of 2016 that she planned to marry, updates from 2 years later showed that she began dating someone. Then social media posts revealed that she married Tony in April 2018, and a year and a half later, on the 1st of January, news surfaced that the couple had recently welcomed a daughter named Josie. Additionally, before and after pregnancy, Noreen displayed a taste for elegant fashion and possibly designed some dresses. Thelma Medine was at the forefront during the show's run as the primary wedding dressmaker. Her creativity was so beloved that she earned a spin-off TV show, Thelma's Gypsy Girls, allowing her to showcase her fabulous over-the-top dress designs. However, a prolonged court case with Leanne Phillips, her former head designer, mainly occupying her post-show life. Although Thelma called her a major creative force at her Liverpool traveler design shop, Nico, she let her go in 2012. Leanne promptly set up a design shop under her own name, Leanne Alexandra, in the same city, taking away some of Thelma's customers and eventually stealing her designs. Thelma won one court case for design theft and accused Leanne of stealing and using her designer for a porcelain crystal princess figurine range. In an interview with Echo, she said that the 2.5-year court battle harmed her mental health more than her prison sentence for benefits fraud in 2001. That was largely because Leanne was allegedly bankrupt, making it hard for Thelma to collect money from her wages. After her legal battle concluded, she used the lower level of her fashion shop to open Cafe Nico in late 2019. Thelma has a daughter named Margaret, a teenager in 2020 who is occasionally active on social media. According to some fans, Leanne has a daughter and was expecting a second child in June 2020. Learning about the history and post-show events of the couples in Big Fat Gypsy Wedding made it clear that neither fans nor the cast members and their families could foresee the success or otherwise of the marriages. Some, like Danielle and Brendan, married early, developed their romantic bond, and are now parents. Ina and Michael had a similar story. In contrast, Josie and Joan seemed enamored with Swanley and Patrick respectively, and viewers predicted a bright future after they became pregnant. Yet, both women left their marriages within a year and found new partners, in the case of Josie, or are presumably single like Joan. Although weddings seem to be at the forefront, some episodes show dishonesty, such as booking a venue but not telling the owners that a gypsy wedding would occur until the last minute. Others displayed illegal activity. For example, when one gypsy family started building infrastructure on land laws forbid doing so. Many families also regret their appearances, usually because their lifestyle was stereotyped or they decided not to let viewers judge their traditions. All these reasons make learning what happened to the couples difficult, and fans must rely on periodic updates from sources close to the family. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.